Hi, welcome to Mr. Otter Studio. Today I want to talk to you a little bit about the iPad Pro. I just got one this year, it's 2020, and I was worried about some things and I've been pleased with some things. So I'm just going to kind of show you the pros and cons of drawing on the iPad Pro. Here it is. It's all nice and shiny and new. I was a little bit nervous to get this because I've never really liked the look of some digital art that I see. It's just really flat, and I miss like the human hand element of like erasing and scratches and stuff like that, and the textures and things like that you can get with hand drawings that I was worried I wouldn't be able to get with the iPad Pro. But I've been pleasantly surprised. One of the things that I really like about it is just how easy it is. All I need is this. I don't need water, turpentine, expensive watercolor paper. I don't need to get anything out. All I need is this, which is really convenient because I have kids and I don't have a ton of time. So I really like the convenience of it. That's probably the number one thing that I like about it. The second thing I like about it is there are so many different drawing and painting tools in Procreate that it really does look like hand-drawn on a paper. And one thing is, it is hand-drawn. Even though it's drawn on an iPad and not paper, there is a hand-drawn element to it, and you can make it look more digital and smooth and kind of flat colors and things like that, which are totally fine for some things, but I like Beatrix Potter illustrations. I like to see layers, and so I've really been trying to work with it and get that same effect, and you can. It's really easy actually to get that effect, and I'm like pleasantly surprised by it. Also, the second thing I really love about it, so the first thing I love about it is just how convenient it is. Like, I just have this, I don't need any other supplies, and I'm ready to go. The second thing I really like about it are the amount of different drawing and painting tools on it that are just at my convenience, and I can just use whatever I want, whenever I want, wherever I want, on a plane, in a car, wherever I am. The third thing, and this is one of my favorites, is if I make a mistake, I just tap it with 2 fingers and I can start again. That has not been the case when I'm doing watercolor paintings or even acrylic. Sometimes with acrylic I can wipe it away quick, but with the iPad it's like you make a mistake, touch it with 2 fingers, and you can start again. That is another thing I really like about it. The cons are, this was pretty expensive. I had to save a lot of my money to get it, so that is definitely one of the downsides. The pencil is even pretty expensive, so that's my top downside. And then my second downside would be, I like the ritual of getting out the water and the paints and my pencil. It's just kind of like gets me ready and kind of in the mood to create art. And with this, there's just none of that setup. It's just, there it is. So it's weird. It's like something I liked about it was it's convenient, but something I don't like about it is I kind of miss the inconvenience of getting all my art supplies out, I guess. And also having that physical thing that I can touch and hold after. With the iPad, I have to print it on whatever paper I want, or I can just display it on a screen, which is totally fine. But I do kind of like having that paper there after. And you know, just sometimes it's nice to take a break from technology and you're kind of stuck in front of a screen with the iPad Pro, which I don't love. But it is a pretty impressive tool for creating artwork. I've been very, very pleased, and I'm just learning, probably just like you. I've been watching YouTube videos about using it. I found so many amazing ones, and I just kind of do it along with them, and they kind of given me really amazing tips on how to use it and what tools are available. I'm going to try to animate some things with it too, and maybe even work on some children's books that I have in mind. I just kind of want to show you what it's like to draw on an iPad and like some of the different pencils. There's hundreds and different things you can do with everything, but I just want to show you really quick. All right, so I have my iPad open. I might change this to a screen recording just so it's a little bit easier for you to see and there's no glare or whatever. This is Procreate, this cool little thing right here. Oh, this is something I was working on. I messed up. So these are just things that I've been sketching with this, and pictures that I've been editing. Like bacon face over there, drawing like my kids in their pajamas, what they've been doing. I've really liked doing that. I illustrated this Madeline thing. These are just some animals that I drew. Whoops, 2-finger touch, that's great. This is my mom's dog, and I thought this was so funny. So you see, I'm trying to work with layers and things like that. So here's just how you get started. And again, this is like, I haven't had the iPad for very long, so don't think of me as an expert by any means. Also, one thing that's cool about the iPad is I can do a screen recording and then show you that, which is probably a lot better than showing you this. But I just wanted to show you with my pen and everything. Okay, so you just go add, and then you figure out what you want to make. Do I want to make a square? I'll just do the screen. So I just want this whole screen. And then you choose your tool. Let's do some watercolor painting here. They just have one watercolor brush right here. And then you can kind of change the size here. And I think this is the opacity. Yeah. So however big you want it to be, and then you choose your colors here. So this is like my paint palette. So let's say I'm painting like a background, or let's do like a sky. See, normally if I was doing a sky, I would like mix it with orange, right? But I don't have orange, so let's just do that. And usually I'll kind of start and just see like, also if you press light and hard, so press light and hard, light, medium, hard. Also look how it layers. So it's getting darker as I overlap, just like it would if I was really painting. I do like that. Okay, so here's the sky, and I would kind of use the same brush strokes I would if I was doing a real painting. This definitely doesn't look like a sky though. So one thing I like about this, touch it with 2 fingers and it just erases everything. Okay, so that's just really quick. Let's say you want to draw something. So let's go, I like one of my favorite pens so far is this technical pen. I don't know why. And I kind of like to draw with like a dark brown. So let's say we're just drawing a picture of, I wish there was something for me to look at. I'm just gonna draw my hand. We did figure drawing last week, so let's just draw a hand. One thing I like about it though, I mean, it's just like sketching. One thing I like about it is how easy it is to kind of just adjust things. Oh, it's kind of like a hairy hand, but, oh, and it's kind of hard to see, but I like the weight of it. Like you can press harder and then pull away. But yeah, I do like the drawing tools on it. Let me change this so it's bigger so you can see it. Like, look at that. So you can do weighted lines, which I really, really like. Sometimes it's hard for me to know where to put my hand. Like you, I mean, normally in drawing you wouldn't want to put your hand on it, but it's pretty cool. And really what I've liked doing with it is just experimenting. There's probably a faster way to do this, but it's kind of fun. Just 2-finger touch and it just takes everything away. Okay, so let's just see how color mixing goes on here. Since I'm in the watercolors, let's try to make the sunset like I've done in some of my videos. What did we start with? Orange? No, blue. Okay, so we're gonna start with blue. And I'm going to go to my watercolor brush. This is totally an experiment. I've never done this before. So we're going to come up here and just like start with our blue. And then we're going to get purple. And then purple goes into red. I don't know. Then red goes into yellow. Let's see if we can get a nice, that's a little green. There, yeah, that's okay. So it's a little bit stripy, but I guess if we wanted it to be a little bit more natural, we could go back to the red and lightly paint it in here. One thing that I have learned that I do really like is this smudge tool. So if it's not smooth, you just like smooth it out. Sometimes I get a little bit carried away. Okay. Ah! This is one of the hard things for me. Okay. Now I'm gonna smooth it back out. And let's just put a silhouette in front of this and just see what it looks like. I'll just grab black. And if I did watercolor, I'm worried it's gonna be, let's do it way dark and a smaller brush. This is our island. Whoop, it's just getting bigger and bigger. Then here's our palm tree. The spider legs. So anyway, it's fun. I don't know. The cool thing about it is it's like an experiment every time I try this. I don't really know what is gonna happen. And you can change it so like this would be darker. I could use a different brush. And one thing that I do like with it about it is I would probably change it like that, you know, just kind of crop it down. But anyway, that's just a really quick example of using the iPad. So I have liked it. The one cool thing too that I've really liked about it is, like, let me show you, let's just do the bear. So if you click on it and then you go to this tool, you can see a time-lapse replay of the whole thing. You've probably wondered how people did this. Well, you just press time-lapse replay and it does it. It's amazing. So I've really, really liked, and you can see my process too, drawing all of these. Let's see, this one I was just outside with my kids and I was trying to do gesture drawings because that's what we were doing last week. And look, time-lapse recording. Just drawing kids. Now I'm just adding some color. It was really nice, and the nice thing was I could do it so fast. And it's just there. All of the materials that I need are there. So here's another one. Let's see what this one looked like. It's like my favorite part. It's just like watching these replays, honestly. But I have really liked using the iPad Pro, and not just because it like re-shows my work, but look at all of these tools. I love all of these tools. And what I've started to do the other day was to just like go through the tool. I mean, we got a little carried away here, but you can kind of see, whoops. What I'm trying to do here is just write the name of the brushes and then like how it is going dark to light, doing some squiggly lines, and then also some weighted lines. And I'm trying to keep them all the same size as I do it, just to kind of see the different effects that they have. And it's been really helpful. I go about the iPad Pro the same way I go about learning any new medium. I first copy something, which is this Beatrix Potter illustration. And I did put this up in my stories if you saw it. So I just did a background color, and then I just did the sketch, and then I added color in the layer underneath my sketch so that you could still see all of these lines. And the nice thing was I kind of had the head in the wrong place, so I just moved it, which was awesome. So really I've really enjoyed drawing with this. I like the versatility of it. I'm just still trying to figure out how to use it. So the first thing I do is I copy something that I like. And then the second thing I do is I just experiment and experiment and experiment with the different tools. And that's kind of the stage I'm at right now, is experimenting and figuring out how on earth to use this. And next I'm gonna learn how to do animation. So if you have any questions about the iPad Pro, I am not an expert, I just barely got it, but please let me know, and I would love to do a video about it or try to answer some of your questions. I love the Madeline books, and so this was one I wanted to try too, because I had tried watercolor, but I hadn't tried like a acrylic or a gouache copy, and so that is what this is. And I think Madeline's just, they're like the funniest books, so I was really excited to do this one. So anyway, that's about it. Please let me know if you have any questions and what you would like to learn. And again, yeah, I'm still gonna be drawing with paper and stuff like that too. I hope this video was helpful for you. If you're thinking about getting an iPad Pro, that it kind of showed you what I like and what I don't like, and I'm not you. So maybe you would like the things I disliked and not like the things that I liked. But it's just my experience, and I thought it would be helpful. It's a pretty big investment to make, but for some of you, it's going to be a really powerful tool for creation. So anyway, have a wonderful day. Thanks for joining me today on Mr. Otter Studio.